following is taken from God Grant It, Daily Devotions from Sermons written by C.F.W. Walther, translated by Gerhard P. Grabenhofer, compiled by August Krull, and published by Concordia Publishing House in St. Louis. Jesus said, "And I have other sheep that are not of this fold. I must bring them also, and they will listen to my voice. So there will be one flock, one shepherd." John 10:16. If according to these words it is Christ's will that all people gather in one flock, it follows that there must be only one true Church of Christ on earth. We must therefore hold fast to the holy apostolic faith. I believe in one holy Christian church. In our time, people frequently entertain the delusion that there are many true churches, each of which has a different form of the truth. Many maintain that the Christian religion is not the only saving faith. In fact, they claim that nothing depends on faith. If a person acts according to his conscience, if he loves his fellow man and treats everyone fairly, he may then believe whatever he wants to believe, and he will be saved. Many so-called Christian preachers misuse Bible verses to explain away such dreadful indifference to religion. All of these pernicious thoughts undermine and overturn religion and godliness, and they are judged and rejected by the words of Christ. There will be one flock and one shepherd. Christ has one flock, and he is the only true shepherd of people's souls. Therefore, if a person does not belong to this flock and the shepherd, there is no second flock in which his soul can find pasture. Like a lost lamb, his soul restlessly wanders without water in the desert of this world, and it finally dies. A person who has not come to the communion of the church is not on the path to heaven. Instead, he is without God and without hope. The true church is bound to nothing except Christ and his holy word. And since that word has already sounded to the ends of the earth, his flock is to be found everywhere. While many falsely enlarge the Church of Christ, many others, on the contrary, falsely want to limit it. Roman Catholics bind the church and salvation to Rome and the Roman pontiff, condemning all who do not want to subject themselves to his supreme power and authority of the bishops appointed by him. The sectarians, on the other hand, bind the church and salvation to their sect and its works and rituals, condemning all who do not want to subscribe precisely to what their sect believes. All of these limitations, which would separate people anew, cast to the ground these words of Christ. "And I have other sheep that are not of this fold. I must bring them also, and they will listen to my voice. So there will be one flock, one shepherd." Only one thing is necessary to belong to the one flock that saves. A person must listen to the voice of Christ and recognize him as the only shepherd of his soul, accepting him and remaining with him. Whoever is with Christ is in the true church, and his salvation stands unshakably firm and certain. The true application of these words of Christ, "So there will be one flock, one shepherd," consists finally in this: we must help to share the gospel according to the call and relationship in which we stand, and according to the gifts that have been given to us. For although Christ gloriously fulfilled his word in the service of the holy apostles, he does not want it to cease being fulfilled as long as he preserves by his intercession the time of grace for the world. It is Christ's most gracious will that his call as shepherd resound always more loudly in the wilderness of this world, where unnumbered multitudes of miserable heathens continue to wander without God and without hope. By the sharing of this gospel, more and more people are led to the green pastures of Christ's church, and his holy flock becomes more unified in him. The fences Satan and his servants set up to separate believers will continue to be broken down. O Christ, our true and only light, enlighten those who sit in night. Let those afar now hear thy voice, and in thy fold with us rejoice. Amen.